I like the fact that you know everyone in the school, and I have two littler siblings who go here and I have one older sibling. So you can walk down the hallway and I can be talking with a senior and then start high-fiving a first grader when I'm walking down the hall.
Yeah, a lot of kids are worried about it because it's a big test and not a lot of kids like tests.
Because they assumed the fact that since it was like on the computer and it was all technical that they thought it was just going to be more difficult.
In preparation for the test, we did get online and take a couple of the PARCC practice tests, which I thought were extremely helpful to prepare the kids for what was to come.
I thought it was going to be hard.
I thought there's going to be like 30 to 40 to 25 questions. That one was a long one.
The practice tests were so much longer than the actual test.
They wrote more than I expected them to write, but not as much as they probably should have written. We encouraged them to persevere and keep on writing as much as you can. They said to me afterwards that they liked the fact that it was on a device. That encouraged them personally to write more than if they had had to handwrite.
When I'm writing and I'm under pressure, I have to go really fast and my hands start to hurt. And when I'm typing, it's just, I can just think and then I can type again.
For me, when I get handed a piece of paper, it's intimidating for me. But when I see a computer, it's not so scary for me because I'm used to having a computer around me and any electronics, so it lets off more pressure and it's easier to answer questions.
They have said they prefer computer-based stuff. They really do enjoy that interaction with the screen.
The line reader helped me because I lose my spot a lot of time, and like when you change to the colors of the writing and stuff, that helped me because I can't look at white the whole time or it'll make my eyes hurt.
We had a couple holdups with technology, but those were solved immediately and we were back on track.
I think this testing was less stressful for the kids than ISAT testing. I walked away watching those kids, seeing them not be quite so exhausted at the end of testing.
I feel like we were in a really good place for PARCC this year. We've been working for a long time with our teachers. Prior to my being here, teachers were working diligently to make sure that all of their curriculum aligned with Common Core. They've been working on learning maps to make sure that all of their skills are very targeted within the classroom. So we felt our approach to PARCC was really just keep doing what we're doing. We already felt good about our curriculum. We already felt good about what was happening in classrooms. So the PARCC, we're really looking at it as a way just to kind of measure how our students have grown.
You could just tell some of the questions, like if you didn't quite get them, you knew you were a little behind, but if you knew most of them, then you knew you were up to standards.
Or if you knew how to like explain it. Like the explaining is really important. It's like on the ISAT, you know, process of elimination.
Yeah.
And then there's that one answer and you're like, okay, there it is.
Or if you get two of them out, then you got a 50% chance to get it right.
But you still don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
So on the PARCC, you have to explain if you know how to do it or not.
They've known about this test for a long time. They've had practice tests. The third graders were a little more apprehensive because they've never taken any kind of standardized test at all. But I do believe that once they got into it, it was better than they expected.
We can go back a couple years in conversations that we've had with parent groups and sessions, evening sessions that we've had here where we've tried to explain the issues as we evolved from ISAT and PSAE to PARCC.
I think Williamsfield does a very good job communicating. They had a parent meeting for those that were interested in learning a little bit more about it. They send home information. They have information on the website at any time. And of course, you can call in and talk to the administrators anytime you need to, and teachers are always available as well.
I think one thing that you hear from our kids is at least they felt ready. You know, they felt a little nervous because it's the first time they're doing something, but they felt ready. And I think we can attribute that to two things that our teachers have done. One, they got their skills to a level where the kids didn't feel overwhelmed by the questions on the test. Two, they engaged in the practice tests enough that they were familiar with the platform to where the nuances of navigation didn't scare them or keep them from being able to accurately enter, or what they know and can do. And anybody can do that, if we can do that, anybody can do the same.